wants to try the first one? Cost of direct materials used. Hope you're not all lost here. Okay, we'll take a look at materials inventory T account. Remember, it's an asset account, right? So the left-hand side, $47,000, what does that represent? Asset. It could be direct and indirect altogether combined, right? General ledger account, so it's the asset that we purchased either this period or carried over from the last period, right? $47,000. So for direct materials used would be crediting this amount in total, but remember we assign direct materials to work in process, and we assign indirect materials to manufacturing overhead. So meaning that altogether we reduce materials inventory, but we have to understand how much belongs to direct, how much belongs to indirect, and how do we get that? So then we take a look at work in process inventory category, right? No? You on track?
Direct material would be 28,000.
28,000. What about indirect?
3,400.
So if you add them together, it becomes 31,400. Okay, so if you take a look at this, direct cost incurred, direct materials is $28,000. Remember, we assign the direct one to the work in process when we start using them. But it's not yet used, it falls under materials inventory. It's the raw materials. Once we start using them, we assign them the direct one to work in process, the direct one to manufacturing overhead.
How would you know which one is the cost? I got 3 numbers you said.
So you'll need to pick the ones, add them together, see which one gets to 31,400. Okay, so usually it's listed by sequence: direct materials, direct labor, manufacturing overhead. Pretty much all the problems are listed. Okay, so then with this little trick, we probably could answer the second one. 62,000 would be the direct cost of labor, right? What about indirect cost? $12,000, exactly. Okay, so to determine the numbers here, you definitely look back at wages payable. You know all together the labor costs incurred is $74,000. You know the total. Now you just need to pick the two numbers that is the components of this $74,000. Okay, what other information do you see in this problem? And there's only 2 questions asked here because we only covered direct materials, direct labor. But just by looking at the middle 2 T accounts, what other information do you think you understand from this? Payable. Which one?
Is it interest?
74,000 is wages payable, definitely is the labor cost that we just talked about, right? So let's say, what about the $123,000 over there?
How much the finished goods are used up?
That would be how much the cost of the product we manufacture. Cost of goods manufactured would be the $123,000, $123,000. Meaning, after working in process inventory, we're producing, most likely, a portion of these turns into finished goods. Probably not all of them. So the $123,000, the reason I know it's finished goods is because you see it there in finished goods T account. So finished goods T account, later on we'll be learning, when we debit it, it means the inventory that is finished, that is completely manufactured. And then, what about the $109,000? When we reduce finished goods inventory, that means cost of goods sold, sell to customer. Exactly. I'm just giving you some of the highlights for later slides. When we look at these T accounts, try to think of whether it's increasing the account or decreasing, and then you can get a better picture of what's happening here. Okay? Right, let's quickly introduce manufacturing overhead after this.
Yeah, I got a question.
Sure.
Why on the work in progress inventory, why is the left side the balance is not equal to the right?
Because this is an example that only a portion of these raw materials turns into finished goods.
Right, I understand that.
So we have beginning work in process for next period.
Okay.
Right, so the leftover, the differences between that becomes ending inventory for
But
this
shouldn't
period.
like the balance show too? Like
It should be shown at the end.
Counts as a master account, so it shouldn't have to, the balance at the end.
You shouldn't have the balance at the end. So this is an incomplete view. Definitely you should have a summary of each and every account when you produce the statements at the end. Right, this is somewhere in the middle. Okay? Yes?
I'm just curious of what other numbers mean, like the 53,900 and 36,500, because like the thing is, it's like you kind of just like put random numbers up there and then connected them because they just equal. I don't understand how like.
We're going to get to that 53,900 just a few slides later. Okay, that means manufacturing overhead that turns into work in process. So that's why you reduce that and then assign it to this job.
Okay.
Remember that manufacturing overhead is a bunch of indirect costs,
Right.
and it's hard to trace to one particular job. So later on, we'll be introducing a rate to help you calculate just roughly how do we assign it to this job, and that's the portion we're assigning to this job.
Okay.
Okay, so then all of those numbers add together, produce into finished goods, then it turns into finished goods inventory. Okay, so that's a very important question for later slides, and I'm glad you noticed it. Okay. Other questions before we move on?